Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy President's Day. Hope you're all having a great day and hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Hopefully many of you were able to celebrate Valentine's Day in some kind of capacity with your loved ones, friends, family. It was a nice Valentine's Day. The weather warmed up in the afternoon.
Yeah, I think we did really well weather-wise. I mean, yesterday not so nice,
right,
with the clouds and the rain, but the rain's gone. The clouds are still out there, but the weather news generally is pretty darn good this week. Once we get past today, and there's no rain today, it's just the chilly clouds out there, the news gets better and better nearly every day. So I'm going to dig into that in terms of temps. I'll talk about how warm it's going to get, time that out for you guys. Weekend will bring some changing weather. Still some details on the weekend to work out. But we'll kind of talk about that, get folks set for the big changes coming here in just a bit.
Okay, sounds good. Well, as we're talking about this past weekend, there were a few events going around ENC, and one of those was a parade out in Snow Hill. They celebrated Black History Month with the parade. They had many cars and people out there. It just looked like a really great celebration. So we have a look at some of the highlights and what some people were saying about the parade.
A parade, empowering and encouraging the community to continue to learn about Black history.
It's really impactful for our children and for the people here today, because sometimes we do not know our history. We're learning every day. Even with our Grand Marshal today, we're learning something about her that we really didn't know. So it's great to just continue the legacy of what's going on in the Black community. But again, we share with everyone.
That's what filled the streets of Snow Hill on Saturday.
African American history, is really important, and if we're not careful, it could easily be erased. So events such as this, having a Black History Parade here in our small community, one, it brings people together, but it gives you an opportunity to see all those people that have paved the way even here within our community.
Lenny Swinson grew up in Snow Hill and is the president of Taylor Swinson Cemetery Association. And what started as an effort to clean up a family cemetery has now morphed into unearthing history and heritage.
One story we found is that I have a cousin that was Teacher of the Year in 1976 for the United States of America. She met with President Gerald Ford, Dr. Ruby Swinson Murchison, yes, and I didn't even know that.
Which is the kind of thing the community and its leaders want to continue to show and instill in younger generations.
I'm not going to be able to collect them.
And so we continue to share our history, and it's important for our kids to see folks that look like them in positions of authority.
So it looked like a really wonderful event there. I guess from what I heard, the Grand Marshal, 102 years old.
Ooh,
so really great to see
nugget.
it. Yeah. So I found that out after this story first aired. So amazing to see just the community, both young and old, coming together for this.
Yeah, and a beautiful weather day as well.
Yes.
First thing I always look at is what's the weather like for these outdoor events.
Absolutely.
We did really good on Saturday. It's nice. That festival getting a lot of growth and a lot of people taking part in that. It's nice to see that over in Snow Hill.
For sure. All right, well, let's talk weather now.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to give a couple of live looks, and then we'll dig into the forecast details. We'll start outside the studio. That's looking out over Arlington Boulevard. This camera up over the rooftop here behind the building. The intersection of Arlington and Greenville Boulevards, right in the middle of that shot. So the mall is behind my data, that little column of data there. 46 degrees under the cloud deck, and those clouds are already showing signs of breaking a little bit. I don't think we're going to go sunny in the next hour or two, but this afternoon we should take the gray out and put the blue in, trending more sunshine than clouds as we hit 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Morehead City, sanitary restaurant camera, 48. Look at the wind there, 21. Sustained wind, good strong offshore wind at 20 miles an hour, gusting 30. That wind chill reflects that wind. 7 degrees colder than the air temp. So the 48 feels like 41. It's chilly, but it's dry. The rain is done. Headlines for the day today. Our President's Day will feature the morning clouds. If I could have squeezed it in there, I would have put more of a sunshine. I did get the bottom line sunshine late. High of 52, north wind 20-ish, give or take. Again, chilly but dry today. There's the rain. That's going back to 7 p.m. yesterday, so I backed it up 12 hours. Roll you through the overnight and now raindrops last night. Nothing too heavy, no thunderstorms. Therefore, the rainfall totals generally stayed below 1 inch for almost everybody. And again, the radar sweeps now are good. I'm going to show you the Doppler estimated rain totals. And again, when you look at this graphic, you kind of just get the feel of it. Don't focus in too much on exact numbers. The average of those numbers, near 1/2 inch, I'd say. Maybe 1/4 of an inch across the Highway 264 corridor, a little more to the north, a little more to the south. A couple of locations getting near an inch, if not more so, maybe down towards Onslow County and Carteret County. So not a big record books kind of rainfall, not by any means. We need more than this, certainly, to ease the drought up. That's not going to do it. Air temps right now out the door into the mid-40s inland. Even the beaches, we're down to the low 40s, the Outer Banks. That's cold with that north wind blowing. You'll need a couple of layers out there. Near 50 on the Crystal Coast. There's that wind. 15 to 20, sustained, gusting 25-30. Feels like temp, feels like 30s, generally along and north of Highway 64, and then low 40s to the south. So let's call it 40 on the feels like, give or take. Whatever your thermometer's reading, whether it's your home or car thermometer, subtract 5, 6, 7 from that for what it actually feels like outside. Wind chill with it today. High temp this afternoon, with clouds breaking later. We'll ease our way into the 50s, low to mid variety later today. Normal high should be around 60 here in the middle of February. So we're good, solid 5 to 10 degrees below normal today. Tomorrow, above normal. Watch what happens with the wind. There's today, due north 15 through midday, and then the afternoon, wind starts to come down. By the time we're sitting down to dinner, it's calm outside through the overnight. Could be a little fog tomorrow morning with those calm winds. And then tomorrow afternoon, the north wind is gone. Wind's coming up from the southwest, south-southwest. That's a much warmer flow generally. It will be certainly over the next few days. I think that south wind, once it gets established tomorrow afternoon, we'll keep that around through the end of the week. And Wednesday's going to see those winds ramp back up to 20 plus out of the south. So we take our 50s today. Tomorrow morning, calm wind, near clear skies, cold numbers, 35 on the thermometer, and then bounce those highs into the 60s tomorrow afternoon. Again, normal high 60, so above normal tomorrow, and then 70s coming in Wednesday and sticking around for a bit. The big map is quiet on the East Coast with the warmer air headed our way. I could have stretched this map out. There's a big storm out on the West Coast, bringing a lot of mountain snow out there. Valley rains, slowly headed eastbound the next few days. That storm is going to weaken considerably by the time it gets here, the way it looks now, late week into next weekend. There's tomorrow morning, cold start. I'll hold a mild finish with the low to mid 60s tomorrow afternoon. And then when I put warm on a map, my brain is thinking 70s. So watch those 70s head eastbound. Wednesday afternoon, low 70s. Some clouds, yes. Rain, no. Look at all the snow out west of that next low. The frontal boundary kind of gets stuck over us or just north of us Thursday. So a little bit more in the way of clouds. Stray shower or two. A lot of the data doesn't show much rain at all Thursday. This is one of the wetter solutions, but even that, we're not seeing a lot, 20-30%. I think Friday, that next front, when it approaches Friday afternoon, that will bring a little more rain. That rain coverage should be a little bit heavier, a little more widespread, potentially. I might sing a different story tomorrow. That front's going to kind of get stuck too, lingering into the weekend before it kicks through, so rain chances Saturday and Sunday. All right, I mentioned the snows out west. These are winter storm watches, warnings, and winter weather advisories. That pinkish shading the winter storm warnings. Sierra Nevada, the Wasatch Range in Utah, Colorado Rockies, 1 to 2 feet of snow out west. Usually when it's warm over us, it's cold out west and vice versa. That cold out west comes with a lot of snow back to the west the next few days. And I'll tell you what, the Colorado Rockies, they have not seen much snow this winter. They might get into a snowier pattern for a while out there. Let's come back home. 8-day forecast. I'll take you through the work week into the weekend. Breezy, cool or chilly, cool breeze today out of the north for the holiday. Morning clouds, afternoon sun. Tomorrow, we're into the 60s. Add another 10 to that. Wednesday, low 70s. Thursday, Friday, low to mid 70s. Right now, it looks like the warmest day will be Friday at around 76. And then I still like a 70 for Saturday, unless the front gets here a little earlier. But right now, I think it'll be a later day arrival. And then, Gigi, you were asking this morning about thunderstorms. If that front times out Saturday afternoon, evening, and we get that temperature a little warmer, there will probably be a few thunderstorms.
Okay.
Right now, it does not look like a severe weather risk, but kind of watching that just in case. Once you start getting into the 70s, you can get enough moisture in here, you get enough instability, you can pop a few stronger storms. As the front clears the area Saturday night into Sunday morning, as the rain's moving out, the colder air will move back in. So after 4 days in the 70s, generally, Wednesday through Saturday, colder air comes in on the backside of the range Sunday into Monday. In fact, Monday right now looks pretty darn cold, but that's 7 days away, 7, 8 days out. So stay tuned for possible changes out in that longer range.
It would be great if it changed, but for now, let's just enjoy the 4 days. That stretch is going to be really great. I know last week when Dustin and Russell were holding down the fort for you, we were talking about a few 60-degree days here and there popping around. It was truly a tease, a spring fever, but it's nice to see that we have another extended stretch of this spring fever here.
This is a legitimate open the windows up, start cleaning stuff out. You will have that spring feel later this week. 75 degrees is, with the humidity up, it'll be borderline. Somebody might be firing up an air conditioner in there.
We're going to be sweating.
There might be an 80-degree high, I think, on Friday, a few inlet spots.
All
Now,
right.
that could change a little bit, but certainly well above normal temperatures coming in later this week.
Okay, so bringing it back to today, though, we're not with those 70-degree days yet. Still going to be chilly out there, so make sure you just have your jacket, but no concerns about rain anymore.
Rain's done. Yeah, I wish we could have got a little more last night, generally about a half an inch on average. And I don't see any rainfall until maybe Thursday. That doesn't look like a lot. We got to watch Friday into Saturday night. Somewhere in there, we could get a good shot of rain, but it's still so far out. The front moves a little faster. Everything clears earlier. If it slows down a little more, extended period of showers around. There's a lot of details still kind of working out there late week. If the front was progressive and making steady progress, it'd be an easier forecast to nail down specifics. That's just not the case right now.
Okay, got it. Well, thank you for all the updates, Jim.
Yep.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us. We have a few people joining us on Facebook this morning. Good morning to Jean, Pam, and George. George is saying almost beach time. It would be great if we could go to the beach soon. Sounds like we might have to hold off for a little bit longer.
Yeah, walking the beach is, looking at the water temperatures this morning out on the surf, upper 30s.
Whew.
Upper 30s off the Outer Banks, mid 40s Crystal Coast. Whew, that is some cold water out there right now. But George, you're right. 2 months from now, those temps will start coming up in a hurry. And the beach walking weather getting better and better as we get into March, right around the corner. But getting into the surf, we're still a few months away.
Well, we're getting there.
Yes.
Also want to say good morning to Bernice out in Duplin, saying it's windy there. Thank you again for joining us. We're going to be back again at 8 a.m. for another news and weather update, so I hope you can tune in then. Have a good one.